Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your January 2020 general readings. This is for the first half of January from the 1st through the 15th. Welcome everyone. Welcome to newcomers and welcome back followers and subscribers. Thanks for all that you do in support of this channel. I hope everyone had a wonderful and safe holiday season and you are looking ahead and as we start off this brand new year. So welcome. So this reading is for the air sign of Gemini, our beloved twins, for the first half of January 2020. So that's Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, if your Venus is in Gemini, or if you're cross-watching for Gemini as well. General readings always resonate a little differently for everyone watching, as many of you know. So if you know your other signs, watch them. It can provide additional clarification, just give more pieces to the picture. And if any of you are interested in reaching out for a personal one-on-one reading with me, particularly if any of these videos resonate with you, just click on the description link below for more info and contact details. You'll find my email address there, maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. I do offer a wide variety of readings in all the main areas of life for you, or as a gift for friends, family, and loved ones. And I also offer 6 and 12-month overviews, which you can order at any time of the year. People do, but they are particularly popular this time of the year as we are beginning a new year, because they take a look at what's coming in all the main areas of your life over the next 6 or 12 months, depending on how far ahead you want to look. So something to check out as well. Okay, Gemini, let's see what the first half of January has in store for our twins. Gemini. Okay, Gemini, we begin with the Nine of Cups. That's a great way to begin. Followed by the Ten of Cups. The Three of Cups. Followed by the Eight of Cups. Look at all this water energy. Cups energy is governed by the element of water, and in the tarot, this is about the watery mercurial world of our emotions and feelings. From the bottom of the deck, your overall energy is the Seven of Cups. My gosh, Gemini. I don't know if this is just a bleed over from the holiday season, but your first half of January looks absolutely magnificent, although there is this sense of, we do have the Eight of Cups, which is leaving and walking away. Your overall energy is the Seven of Cups for the first 2 weeks of January. This is a very dreamy, almost illusionary, considering all the beautiful, perfect potential and promise that lies ahead. Maybe thinking of a lot of different options or a lot of ways that something can be very beautiful. Because each of these Seven Cups is filled with something beautiful, something perfect, almost impossibly so. And it represents potential, possibility. Thinking of how something can work out in the most beautiful, the most perfect, the most wonderful sort of way. Lovely card. It can be about fantasizing, daydreaming, building castles in the sky. Very dreamy card. We all have dreams. We all need to dream those dreams. It's part of what makes us human and what keeps us going. Always a bit of cautionary advice with the Seven of Cups. It takes a lot more than just water energy to manifest any one of these into reality, so keep that in mind. If you get stuck for too long in this kind of energy or just this energy, time can pass while you're imagining all these wonderful things which don't come to fruition because a lot of work needs to be done to manifest. And you may want to take a look at, which one of these is actually possible and realizable, and putting the work into actually manifesting that into reality. But your overall first half of January, you're just thinking about all the wonderful possibilities there are around something. We have the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Cups. This is... I'm almost speechless. I rarely ever see all of the cards being one particular elemental energy. It's like very emotional, all emotions, very emotional. Nine of Cups, the wish fulfillment card, getting what you want, having more than enough, more than what you need, and it's spilling over. You're sharing and celebrating with friends, family, loved ones. This man has so much, enough to eat, enough to drink, comfortable surroundings, enough to share, enough to have a party, enough to let it spill over. Again, always a bit of cautionary advice sometimes with the Nine of Cups, Be careful what you wish for. Sometimes you get it and you find out perhaps it's not all of that. But this looks phenomenal. What clarifies the Nine of Cups and accompanies it, the energy around this getting what you want, is the Ten of Cups. This is the happy home card. Tens in the tarot represent cycle completion, or being at the end of a cycle or a fulfillment phase where everything is kind of coming together and everything feels just right, particularly in regards to home and family, because the Ten of Cups does represent that. It's one of the marriage, wedding cards, blessings, childbirth. I mean, it could be, and I mean, we have the Three of Cups here too, which is celebration. There's a lot of social energy here. This is being out with people that you love, that appreciate you, friends, family, vice versa. Highly social energy here. It looks like you're celebrating something strongly, heavily, wonderfully celebrating something. And for some of you, I mean, what it is might be, it's going to vary. Might be, you know, it could be maybe you've gotten engaged. Maybe there's a wedding that you have to plan for now, for you or for someone very close to you. Maybe you're having a wedding party or an anniversary, or no, but it's about getting what you want. So for some of you, you're getting married, or you've gotten engaged, or someone close to you, perhaps you know, one of your kids or your best friends or something of that sort. You're definitely celebrating. Some of you, it might be, you know, childbirth or pregnancy, you know, finding out you're pregnant. You've been wanting this for such a long time and you're celebrating that. I mean, it could be celebrating a house itself, an actual property. Perhaps you just got approved for your first home, or you just finished paying off your first home, or something of that sort. I mean, what it is going to vary wildly, because the only elemental energy on my desk here is, I mean, it's all cups, it's all emotional, it's all water energy. It's like it's spilling over. It's like almost a Hollywood fairy tale-ish, you know. I don't see this very often. However, we do have underneath this Three of Cups. This Three of Cups is kindred spirit, sisterhood, brotherhood, the friends, family, the people that you connect with, that you feel connected with, that appreciate you, that express that, and vice versa. It also talks about positive connections in your community, particularly social connections, or that place where you fit. So clarifying and accompanying that is the Eight of Cups, which is a card that typically represents walking away in order to find your ninth and 10th cup. Walking away from something you found disappointing, disillusioning. For some of you, I actually feel like, because everything else around this Eight of Cups is so beautiful and positive, for some of you, it could be that what you are in fact leaving behind is a sense of disappointment and disillusionment about home, about marriage, about children, about, you know, whatever it is that perhaps has been very challenging for you. And for some of you, although this is likely a smaller number of you, I actually feel like some of you are moving. You are leaving, actually physically moving and relocating in order to fulfill this 9 and 10 of Cups energy. For example, some of you may have gotten a marriage proposal to somebody who is at a distance from you, and your being together, your having your lives together, requires that you move away from your current base, your current tribe, you know, your current kind of place where you've been rooted. And there may be a bit of sadness, you know, in that as well, even though the reasons for it are quite wonderful. Because I do get a sense of physical moving or physical relocation. You've gotten what you want. It looks like you've gotten everything that you want, and there's definitely celebration about that. But there's a little bit of a tinge of sadness here for those of you, because it means that you have to move in order to complete this, to actually have this, to bring this to fruition. And perhaps you're going to miss some places and people. You know, we live in a pretty modern world today. There's always, you know, all different kinds of, you know, video services, Skype, and you know, planes, trains, and automobiles, and ships, and all of that kind of thing. But yeah, so that's what I feel it is for many of you. Let's let's just see, because I mean, we could stop here because it's such a lovely reading. And this is one of those readings, it's kind of the opposite of the readings that come out that look very challenging. And I hope it doesn't resonate for anybody. But it always does because it needs to. And this is one of those where I hope that this resonates in some way for everyone who watches it, because it's such a beautiful, magnificent reading. Makes me wish I was Gemini. I mean, my Venus is in Gemini, but that's about it. So, but I'm curious, so I'm going to see if I can get a little bit more clarification from Spirit on perhaps what this is about. It's definitely something near and dear to your heart, because there's nothing but water, emotional, lovely energy, and you're just like envisioning the best of everything. And of course, real life, you know, it's kind of like getting married or moving in with each other. There's always struggles. But right now you're at that place where you've finally gotten what you want. Maybe you got that job you wanted, and you're moving your whole family. I mean, it could be that doesn't necessarily have to be about marriage or childbirth. I mean, that's not going to resonate for everybody that's watching. How could it? Maybe you got the job that you wanted. Maybe you got the house that you wanted. Maybe you got, I don't know what you got, Gemini, but for those of you for whom I'm reading, you got what you wanted. So the first clarifying card I pulled was for this Eight of Cups. Okay, what is this walking away, leaving, about? It's about the Chariot. It's about moving forward very quickly, very determined. This is about determination, control, power, moving forward, not letting anything get in your way, staying focused on your goals, winning because you refuse to give up. That's what this is about. I feel like this is the energy that has kind of driven you towards this point where you have gotten what you want, because the Chariot is about forward movement. But I did pull it to clarify the Eight of Cups. You are leaving something behind in order to move forward. The Chariot is a very aggressive energy card, a very aggressive success card, ambitious, ambition. Again, I'm getting this sense of physical moving. So whatever it is you're leaving behind, you're doing it to have success moving forward, because you're finally moving forward quite successfully and quite powerfully because you got what you wanted. Let's see about pulling any more clarifying cards for all this joy and happiness. What is this about? We have the Emperor. Oh, and right behind the Emperor is the King of Wands. So the Emperor can represent Aries energy, which is fire energy, and the King of Wands also is this is fire. The Emperor can represent fire energy. I'm just so caught up in all these emotions, I think, Gemini. The Emperor represents the sign of Aries, which is a fire sign. And also the King of Wands. Wands is governed by the element of fire. So this represents a fire sign, male or female, because it's a general reading. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. So all this joy, this is what's coming out to clarify all this joy. It might be an Aries person, perhaps, for those of you for whom this might be more on the romantic or home or relationship side, it could be an Aries individual. Or Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Could be a father or father figure as well. The Emperor is the paternal father figure of the tarot. So for some of you, it might be parenthood, fatherhood, parenthood, pregnancy, conception, childbirth, that sort of thing. This could be, for those of you for whom it's romantic, it could be with a strong Aries or a fire sign person, or somebody who manifests like this. But it's also about, the Chariot is about winning because you refused to give up. You stayed focused on your goals. You hung in there, and you're finally achieving successful movement forward. The Emperor is about that too. It's about control, structure, discipline. The King of Wands is at the top of his suit in terms of creativity, going for what he wants, being very aggressive and assertive about that. It's like you're having what you want because you refused to give up. Even times maybe when other people told you to give up, but you just kept pushing forward. And it's almost like if that's the case, if this is at the end, if this is the culmination after the end of a very long and difficult time, it's kind of like being poor for a long time and then you just win a lottery you bought at a gas station, right? I mean, a lottery ticket that you bought at a gas station, you know, it's just, it's fantastic. I hope this resonates for everyone. I understand it's probably not going to, but for those of you for whom it does, write in and tell me. I love this stuff. Let's pull a last message from Spirit. Well, we had, looks like 2 jumped right out. 2 major arcana cards. My goodness. Death and the world. This is all about transformation right here. Death can represent endings and transformations. I actually feel like this is the transformation, which means that something ends being what it was and transforms into something else. Sometimes death can represent something just ending permanently, period, so that you can move forward in a completely new and different way. The ground being cleared for something. Birth follows death. That's the way it is. Life follows death. Birth follows death. In the seeds of every ending are the seeds of the new beginning, as the saying goes. But death can represent something completely and utterly transforming because some part of it just had to die a natural death. And the reason I feel that is because the world represents something coming to a successful conclusion, and now you're preparing for the next stage, the next new journey. And there's so much joy here. Something has transformed. I feel like, you know, and the strong implication or indication here, Gemini, is that, and the 7 of Cups, I mean, I've gotten this card for so many of the signs. The strong indication here is that there was a lot of difficulty preceding this, a lot of struggle, a lot of challenge. Maybe there were times you felt like giving up, but you just didn't. Maybe other people around you, because I keep getting this bit of chatter, maybe other people were saying, you know, it's been all this time, and maybe you should really just kind of move on, or, you know, reevaluate how important this is, and, you know, but you didn't. You didn't. And something has happened to cause it to completely transform. Not really getting what, but that would be being more specific, which would resonate for less of you, and everyone's personal story is always different. There's only so specific, there's only so much detail we can do in the general readings. This one was lovely. So Gemini, that is your reading for the first half of January. I hope you enjoyed it. How could you not? If this resonated for you, how could you not enjoy it? And I hope this is either happening for all of you or on the horizon of happening. So if these videos, any of these videos resonate for you and you'd like to take a deeper look at something and reach out for a personal one-on-one reading for yourself or as a gift for someone else, just click on the description link below. Feel free to email me directly at maggie1maguire@gmail.com. I can usually respond to your initial inquiry within the same day or the first 24 hours. And I do readings full-time. 5-6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week. It's all that I do. So I'm pretty diligent at working with both your schedule and mine to get readings set up for you or with you in as quick and timely a fashion as possible. So if you're interested, shoot me an email. I would love to work with you. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks, Gemini, for the January 2020 mid-month readings. Until then, as always, I wish you much joy, love, and happiness, and a wonderful new start to this new year, which looks like many of you already are having. Take care, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.